have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Near the entrance. Has a shotgun. White male, 30s, long hair.
Mama don't like tattletales.
Wearing sunglasses.
A change is coming. Economists are warning that the leaders of our world are letting the Earth's economy crash on purpose. Quoting one investment branch economic researcher, they are letting it fail completely on purpose. He says that a meeting at the World Economic Forum this year, which was attended and hosted by some of the Earth's largest and most powerful corporations and the wealthiest individuals, details exactly why they are letting the foundation class, you and me, move into ruin.
Understand what's going on around you. You are in a state of war, and you have precious little time to save yourself. It's a slow process, which we call active measures. What matters is essentials: economy, foreign relations, defense systems. With a violent change of power, structure, and economy, period of normalization. This is what will happen in the United States if you allow all these schmucks to put a big brother government in Washington, D.C., who will promise lots of things, never mind whether the promises are fulfillable or not. The disaster is coming closer and closer. The danger is real.
Strategists are warning that China will take advantage of any turmoil or discontent in the United States of America to institute what they say is a shadow war between these two nuclear weaponized countries.
Be still and know that I am God.
I am the chosen.
They're here.
Be still and know that I am God.
What's your problem?
I am the chosen.
Welcome back, guys, to the Ancient of Days. This is Eric. Today we're going to do things a little bit different. This is Barack Obama giving his speech where he talked about how people were too small-minded to govern their own affairs and need to submit to an all-sovereign authority, such as the government, the New World Order, if you will. So today there's going to be a lot less of me yapping and a lot more of you guys hopefully listening. And it's a short vid, and I pray that you guys will watch the whole thing so that you realize where we are at concerning the Abraham Accord and the false Messiah that is fast approaching to make his way onto the world stage. Let's continue on.
And for the international order that we have worked for generations to build. That we have worked for generations to build. For generations to build.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Well, that shouldn't surprise us one bit. Agenda 21 was announced in 1992, Sustainable Development. That's why everything is happening now in 2020. They were not kidding in the slightest. Let's continue on. Agenda 21 is the New World Order.
Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
Well, they can't be any more bold in their statements about the New World Order rising. This next clip, "The enemy is gone. This particular enemy is God," is from Donald Trump. Now, the kings of the earth are the fallen serpent race that have taken power. Let's listen.
The enemy is gone. This particular enemy is God. We're also. The enemy is gone. This particular enemy is God. We're also.
The enemy is gone. This particular enemy is God. We're also.
The enemy is gone. This particular enemy is God. The enemy is gone. This particular enemy is God.
They're here.
Let's listen to Adam Green from No More News about the Temple coin and the Abraham Accord.
Don't forget, I don't know if you haven't watched the show, I happen to be Jewish by birth, and 75% of all...
This is on Newsmax. This is Wayne Allen Root. He's a Jew turned Christian, supposedly. He's a big endorser of Laura Loomer, and Newsmax is owned by, I believe, Paul Ruddy. He's a member of the Council for National Policy.
Jews vote Democrat, and they don't like Trump. And this is the greatest president for Jews and for Israel in the history of the world, not just America. Trump's the best president for Israel in the history of the world. And the Jewish people love him like he is the king of Israel. They love him like he is the second coming of God.
I am the chosen one. Chosen one. Chosen one. I am the chosen one. Chosen one. Chosen one.
Sarah Sanders, God wanted Donald Trump to become president. Pompeo says God may have sent Trump to save Israel from Iran. Ivanka nicknamed Jewish Queen Esther, who stopped annihilation of the Jews and led to the slaughter of the indigenous people in Persia, by Jared Kushner's synagogue.
This half shekel has King Cyrus in the background and President Trump in the forefront. And it is a unbelievable, it's the Cyrus Balfour Trump Declaration of 2018. This minted will be a half shekel made of silver. And this is what you have to pay. If you're going to the, whenever the temple is built, every male that comes to the temple is required to give a half shekel. That's the requirement. To dedicate the temple. Every time you go to visit the temple, you're to give a half shekel. So they are going ahead now.
That's the guy making the coin that says that they're going to start with the Trump base to help rebuild the temple.
Minting a half shekel, putting this into in preparation of.
This was a few years ago, like 2017, I believe. Now. Today, or this last couple weeks, we've got the Abraham Accord coin. I'm looking forward to when they put Kushner on a coin and call him Moshiach.
The temple for its dedication. You know it's coming, folks.
We're very happy to announce that the Mikdash Educational Center just produced a new Cyrus Trump temple coin. This special coin was produced and minted.
This is from Alpha and Omega Productions, if you guys want to see the whole thing.
Temple. The temple belongs to everybody. To the
Jewish
link
in the
nation,
description.
but also to the whole world.
They say the temple belongs to everybody, but then if you look up the actual law about the temple, it says that the Gentiles won't be allowed inside the temple. Gentiles are not permitted to enter the temple area or certain areas inside the outer wall surrounding the temple area. So it's for everybody. You just can't go in there like we can. So here's the Abraham Accord. There's the verse, and if one inclines toward peace, it inclines towards you. Look how it's like the weapon, the sword, will be turned into technology and chemistry and vaccines and satellites and coding. Michelle Bachmann says, exalts Trump, we will never see a more godly biblical president. Adelson hails Trump likely best president for Israel ever. Netanyahu, Israel has never had a better friend than Trump. Netanyahu's son, Trump, a rock star, best friend Jews ever had. Like an end times movie. Israel loves Trump more than any other country, obviously. Trump bragged at the Council for National Policy speech that if he ran in Israel, he would win 98% of the vote. This is a president that ran on an America First platform, bragging about being beloved by another country, just some tiny little country that they're all obsessed with because of end times, Abrahamic temple cult prophecies. Obsessed with bringing on the end of the world and Gog and Magog and the apocalypse and birth pangs of Moshiach. This is the people who are influencing decision makers, social engineers, influential positions all over the government and media. Trump Heights, he gives them the Golan Heights. They name the heights after him, the wall after him for the embassy. The Christians just worship biblical book of Trump. They compared him to Cyrus. They compare him to the Moshiach. But Kushner is also another figure that you can't ignore in all this.
Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Thank you for watching, my friends. Yes, they did achieve that new world order. It took them about 3 decades or so, but we are now living within it in Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030. And when we put those glasses on, we take that red pill, we look like Roddy Piper walking through saying, what in the world are we living within? A system of control. And that's exactly what this new world order is. It's all about control over every human being that they decide to keep in this world. Because let's not forget the Georgia Guidestones to maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. So until I see you again next time, my friends, much love from God the Father. You take care and stay safe. God bless.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day,